The Supreme Court has now adjourned the hearing in the Ayodhya matter to another date. That is after one of the judges on the 5-judge Constitution bench has recused himself from participating in the matter. That's Justice UU Lalit. This was after senior lawyer Rajiv Dhawan pointed out that Justice Lalit, in his capacity as an advocate earlier, had appeared in related cases in the Supreme Court, including for Mr. Advani at one point. And that is why now the Supreme Court has said that the hearings are going to be pushed to another date. Sukirti Dwivedi and Alok Pandey joining us from the Supreme Court and from Lucknow respectively. Sukirti, what are you hearing there?
Well, what has happened in the Supreme Court is that the case has been adjourned. It has been adjourned because lawyer Rajiv Dhawan raised this issue before the bench, that one of the judges on the bench, UU Lalit, represented Mr. LK Advani in the Babri Masjid demolition case during court hearings in 1997, and that is why he cannot be involved in the matter. He raised this issue about the conflict of interest, though Rajiv Dhawan said that he does not object to UU Lalit being on the bench. He is just raising the issue. Despite that, the bench has decided that because UU Lalit himself said that he would not like to, therefore, because of this point, participate in the matter anymore, the case has been adjourned. And also the fact here is that the CJI had strictly said that these cases would be heard by a 5-judge bench itself. So at this point of time, because UU Lalit cannot be involved anymore, the rest of the 4 judges cannot hear the matter. It has to be a 5-judge bench. So as of now, the matter has been adjourned, and we'll see when the matter resumes again, and who is going to be the 5th justice on this in this entire 5-judge bench now when the hearing takes place again.
Alok, so a bit of an anticlimax then this morning. We're going to do this again soon on another date.
Well, that's what it seems like. In fact, that's what it's going to be like. And again, you see, another adjournment perhaps means bad news for those who were expecting that the hearings would kick off today, or those who were here hoping that the Supreme Court would spell out some kind of a timeline of how the case would be heard. But now that we've had an adjournment, perhaps it will be back to the grind for all of us when it happens again. For those who are in Ayodhya trying to get opinions from residents there who frankly are now tired of all this, and every time we go to them, they say that, look, whatever should happen quickly, and the courts should decide. In fact, I must point out just one very small point, because I was hearing what Aarti and Sharat were saying. The last time we were in Ayodhya, Nidhi, for that VHP Sammelan, which was supposed to draw lakhs of people, there was a perceptible lack of enthusiasm, though you did have a situation where sections of one community fled the town because they felt unsafe. At the end of the day, when we landed up there, we found that most of the people who came into that Sammelan, which was well below the target of 2 lakh people, were people from outside. They were not really Ayodhya residents who flocked to that VHP Dharma Sansad or Sammelan to listen to what those people had to say. They were all people from outside, 99% people from outside. When we went to Ayodhya residents asking them for their views on it, most of them said that, look, what is the use of asking us? This just seems to drag on. We are frankly tired of it. Yes, the Hindu sentiment obviously there is that a temple should ultimately be built, but people really are weary in that temple town. So I think all of us will have to wait for another date to see what happens.